guys, look at all this trash.
People still did this, but if they work a little bit, uh, there's a trash can. People get too lazy and dirty nowadays.
Yeah, and if people don't have awareness and throw trash out of its place, it seems no longer our village will be polluted.
Yeah, that's true. People must have the awareness that it is very important to maintain the cleanliness of the village to avoid any harmful things. But do you know, this is so difficult to work as citizens. They still primitive and very vigilant.
So sad, but true. That was our condition. If only they were sensitive to the environment, they surely would not pollute the environment.
So, what do you think, guys? Is there any solution to address this condition? And what shall we do to make your village resident more concerned with the health of the environment?
But we don't have to care about the environment too. However, we won't be able to make this village clean because people are difficult to set.
Nothing like that, Puja. However, we have responsibility to maintain the clean life of our village, and for that we must be willing to sweat a little bit by making people conscious part of science or in other ways.
That's a good idea, Nisma. We should begin to build awareness from this issue to prevent this eventually to become an enduring habit.
I also agree with you, Nisma, but where do we have to start? We have to give any sanction to the residents do not follow any rules.
In my opinion, we must make the agenda meeting or dialogue about this problem, right?
I agree. That was a good idea. Yes, I strongly agree. Should we will create a meeting agenda as soon as possible, and we will arrange any events that will be discussed at the meeting.
Okay, I will meet the village chief tomorrow and I will discuss about this. So I will make sure you guys know tomorrow.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to each every one of our for being here today at this wonderful place. My name is Arni Mulyasari. It is such an honor for me to speak on behalf of the organizer. Let me begin by giving you a warm welcome to Protect Our Environment Socialization. Today's gathering, we will learn about the environment, what it is, activities that could distract it, how to prevent the destruction, and all of the advantage that environment already give to and will give to our generation later. Okay, let's move to our first speaker, Miss Pujawati.
For giving me this chance. Here I am, want to invite all the participants here to learn together what the environment is about. What exactly environment is? Environment means anything that surrounds us. It can be living, biotic, or non-living, biotic things. It includes physical, chemical, and other natural forces. Living things live in their environment. They constantly interact with it and adapt themselves to conditions in their environment. In the environment, there are different interactions between animals, plants, soil, water, and other living and non-living things. Some Some people call themselves environmentalists. They think we must protect the natural environment to keep it safe. Things in the natural environment that we value are called natural resources. For example, fish, insects, and forests. These are renewable resources because they come back naturally when we use them. Non-renewable resources are important things in the environment that are limited. For example, ores and fossil fuels after a few thousand years. I think that's all. I give it back to the
Move to the second speaker, Miss Suharmin Meilani.
Thanks for giving me this chance. Earlier already discussed about what environment is. So now I will present all the activities that could harm the environment. It is postulated that it takes only 3 weeks for a human being to form habit. However, one major concern about daily human habit is how it is slowly destroying the environment. Interestingly, most of it is due ignorance. While some may seem nonsense at first, reading into them shows how bad some can be damaging to the environment. First, driving or the environment pays the price in the cost of human product by the faces when burning gasoline. Second, improper disposal of batteries and link or household batteries contain traces of mercury and other toxic chemicals that damage wildlife and sea life when they accumulate and leak into ecosystem around the world through improper disposal. Incinerated gas, on the other hand, have a more toxic effect on the environment when not disposed of correctly. Third, extensive use of plastic. Fourth, throwing food as waste or throwing food is even worse for the environment because forests are cleared and emissions are not disposed of properly. Fifth, the use of paper that contribute to deforestation. And the next, bullying whether using electricity, using face wash that contain microbes that could not filtered during the sewage and will swallowed by fish that will destroy the animal's endurance system, eating meat, spending time in front of a gadget, consumerism, and the lastly, not resisting. I think that's all.
Next, we have our third speaker, Miss Nisma.
I would like to inform how to prevent all dust dispersion and help our environment just from home. First, recycle. Many products you purchase have an impact on the environment in some way. Recycling plastic and other materials helps reduce vegetable scraps or tea bags into soil conditioner that helps plants grow. It naturally enriches soil and prevents plants, pests, and disease. Third, buy sustainable food. Food production is a major driver in deforestation and loss of wildlife. Agricultural production for meat and dairy not only causes deforestation, but also use large amounts of energy. Try navigating away from a meat-dominated diet and buy locally or organically sourced foods. These options are often more sustainable products and consumes less fossil fuels required in transportation. Fourth, support eco-friendly campaigns. As a consumer, you have the purchasing power to support environmentally friendly campaigns that sustainably source their product. Many of these campaigns use a protein of their product toward environmental action, including supporting rainforest trust. This ensures the money you spend has positive impact. 5. Stay informed, and lastly, donate to the right organizations if you can. That's all the tips to help our environment.
We have our last speaker, Miss Zaine zulkarisma wardana.
Thanks for giving me chance. I would like to present about what does the environment give us or what the earth benefits. The benefits provided by the environment are known as ecosystem services. these are not as dark as they sound. One way to categorize the huge amount that the environment does for us is to think of this in terms of the services it provides first. It underpinning the benefits or our environment supports all life terms. Rocks, soils, minerals, air, water, microbes, fungi, plants, and animals work together to support life and its ability to provide all the other benefits, provisioning, regulating, and cultural. The capacity of the environment to support all of this depends on trillions of physical, chemical, and biological interaction. Our understanding of it is just beginning to unravel how sensitive some systems are and how resilient others can be. Food, drink, and fuel. Most of our food, water, and fuel comes directly or indirectly from the environment. Fuel for warmth, timber for building, and the fuel in our cars all come from nature. The natural environment provides income from tourism and resources for development. In the past, our environment has often been overexploited to provide products, which means its ability to provide the full range of benefits. It's geo-paralyzed. Wise and sustainable use of our environment allows us to replace and replenish resources rather than losing them forever. Third, regulating, keeping things in check. Fourth, culture and quality of life. I think that's all. I give it back to the presenter.
Potential from the participant. I hope through this gathering we all can learn to be a better human. Once again, thank you very much for attending the socialization. I wish all the participants good luck.
And don't forget to always keep the environment and the earth safe for our next generation.